Hey everyone, my name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader. Okay, so this is the first time I've made a video in like public and not in my house. And it feels really weird, I'm not gonna lie. But I had to say, while I was in Barnes & Noble, it's Friday night, this is our outing for the night. But I had to say, they just rearranged my Barnes & Noble. I haven't been here in weeks and it's completely different. There's like these little cubbies, like it's a 3-walled little cubby of YA and you just like are in the cubby. It's really interesting. I've never been in a Barnes & Noble that's organized like this, but it's kind of refreshing because I know where everything was the way it was organized before, so it's kind of nice to have it feel different, but at the same time, it's kind of scary because I knew where everything was before. So we'll see what I find. Hello friends. Okay, so here is a little update for what I've been reading this week. I've actually been reading a lot. I was surprised. I don't think I have updated you guys in a little while. So while I am waiting to place my order at In-N-Out, here is my update. So I started and finished Harrow Lake, which was a horror type book from Penguin Teen. And so thank you for that e-arc. But it is a horror film-ish type book about this girl whose dad is a horror film director. And she basically goes to the town where he filmed his main horror film, that's the famous one, because he gets attacked and her mom is from there. And so she has to go live with her grandmother. And weird things start happening. There's this story myth with the people who live in the town about girls that are disappearing because of this monster, and so she tries to figure out what's going on. So like the first 60% of this book I totally blew through. It was so quick and it was really kind of spooky. Like there were some scenes in that book where I just was getting the chills and was really creeped out and was like, I'm glad I'm reading this in the daytime. And then the last 40% went a little bit slower for me. And I had this idea in my head of what I thought was going to be happening the whole time. And it totally was not what ended up happening. So I am a little bitter that I didn't predict it correctly because I thought my ending would have been amazing for a horror book. But the way that it ended was still good. I still enjoyed the ending. But I wish that the ending would have kind of wrapped all of the scenes up into a nice pretty bow and explained everything, because I still felt that there were some things that weren't explained well enough for me. So that was Harrow Lake. I started listening to, so I make book sleeves. I have an Etsy. I will put the link below in the video description. But I listen to audiobooks while I sew. And I was listening to Goodnight, Beautiful, which is a thriller, and it was one of the advanced listening copies that Libro FM allowed me to listen to this month. And so, we're almost at ordering here. So I was listening to Goodnight, Beautiful, and I started listening. I got about 34. I was literally 34% when I paused it. And I was like, this is not a thriller. I'm not thrilled at all. I'm 34% into this book and I'm just kind of like, meh. So I stopped sewing for the day. And then I picked it back up again the next day. And I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. When I hit 35%, the whole book changed. And everything that I thought I knew was completely flipped upside down. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it turned much more thrillery right then. Sorry, just had to order my burger. Okay, so literally everything flipped upside down. And I didn't know what was happening. And I binged the next, I don't know, I ended up on like 75, 78%, something like that. And I haven't gotten to finish sewing my sleeves, so I don't know how it ends yet. But There is kind of a tip your hat to Misery by Stephen King. And I'm very much getting those vibes. And when one of my friends told me that someone told her that if she liked Misery, that she'd love this book, I was like, I don't see that at all. And this was when I was still at 34%. And I was like, I don't see that at all. And so now I definitely do. So I really want to find out what happens with that one. The other thing that I read was To Tell You the Truth by, I don't know if it's Gilly, I think it's Gilly, Macmillan. And that was gifted to me by William Morrow, so thank you for that. And I read that one. It's really, really short, and it's a thriller in a couple days. And I think this one is really, really good for people who are new to the thriller genre or who really want to like get their feet wet with it, because it's fun that it is a writer that's writing a book. And so there's a book within a book, but she's a thriller writer, and then her husband goes missing. And of course, because she's the wife, she's the first person of interest. And they're like, well, you write thrillers, so could you have gotten away with a murder? So it was really good. I liked it. I think it's new, or it's a good book for people who are new to the genre and who are really trying to like get into thrillers. I think it's a nice, like, get your feet wet kind of book. And then finally, I started From Blood and Ash because my friends Kendall and Mandy at Check Out These Books, we decided that we were going to buddy read it all together because we kept hearing amazing things about it and we all wanted to read it. So we are going to read the first 200 pages by next week on Wednesday. So I think I read 70 between last night and this morning. Like it's going fast. So I'm really excited to finally have it done. I've been hearing amazing things about book 2, and so I just need to read it. So, all right, well, we're about to pull up into the drive-thru to get these burgers. But thanks for checking in on my vlog this week, and I will see you guys next week. In the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at The Fun Size Reader, on Facebook at The Fun Size Reader, and on Twitter at Fun Size Reader. See you guys next time.